Welcome back to another video on Dyson Sphere Program. I'm Omniderf, and if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. So, check it out. We need more hydrogen. This system is definitely consuming everything that's getting put into it, which is good, but, well, we need more. Not only do we need some... Ooh, dang. Okay. So we got a nice little backlog going here. Yeah, I didn't see that coming. Let's see. Oh, we do have some. Good. I did not notice that was going to be a thing. Alright, let's do one of these then. I don't want to lose it, and I don't want the production to stop on account of running out of this. Come on, get in there. Dip, dip. There you go. I want this thing to keep pumping, and I don't know, we'll deal with extra later, but for now, that's what I want to do with that. Just make sure this thing is never going to be full, which we end up with a big backlog. We end up with a big backlog. I believe it is going to be used a lot later. Anyway, but back to this. This thing... Oh, that's the biggest amount coming yet. This thing has been drained. As you can see, I don't even have anything going to the generators for extra power. It's just constantly running this cycle. Also, I learned something new. I don't know if you knew this, but if you go into the planet world here, did you know you could click on all these? So as you see here, we have no motors. Right, that's all good. We're hurting on the titanium bars. That's all good. And we got the particle containers that still need to be made, but the problem with those is probably the motors. I haven't been to that world in a while, so I'm not too sure what's going on. But, oh, you can do that anywhere, though, and I'll show you. This is what I've been working on. Alright. So, I didn't like that setup with all of the messed up wires, or conveyor belts just running around all over the place over here. And I wanted to build a system that is interplanet or even galaxy at that point. If we're going to be traveling around, I want to be able to send out the items and pick them up. So all of them are in it. Even every tier has their own category, right? And they're all set up that way. So it's going from the Mark 1s. Let me click it. Where are you going? Why are you not working? Or am I on that one? Let's see. So this way. Then it goes to the Mark II, to the Mark IIIs. Alright, what do we have here? We have solar panels. I just set that one up for the water pump. I've been slowly working at it. I wanted to change of the constant repetitive deal I've been doing. So here's our belts. We have our Mark III belts there. We have our assemblers going to the assembler 2. We have those guys. We have quite a bit. Alright, so quite a bit of this is done. We're in a backlog also. Massive backlogs. So we're up to 10,000 of the foundations. We have the titanium ingots that are up there, but as you see, we don't have the hydrogen, which is the only reason I'm worried about this. It's because I'm going to need that hydrogen for the fuel rod, right? In order to actually make what I'm using as power. Down here, right, we have, what are these guys again? Oh, those, so the logic drones, right? Then I also have it set up to do the acclimator, or accelerator, what is it? Yeah, acclimator. And then I got the charged ones, they're full. I'm running through this little setup right here. Alright, then we have the planetary logic systems to the interstellar ones. And then I set up the, whatever these guys are called, the logic vessels. And then I set up the orbital collectors, which I minimized the orbital collector. Right, 500, 500. This thing I'll allow to go full just so I have a big backlog. And then this thing's, ooh, I almost screwed that up. This thing I was only going to let go up to 1,000. And I don't think we'll ever use it, considering the limited amount of space for them to go. So I really didn't want that too big. I don't need a huge number of those. I'd rather have... Where'd they go? Oh, I set the wrong one up. That's why. Whoops. Put that thing up max. So, that explains it. So I set the wrong one up to 500. I'll do that then. 500. Oh, hey, I'm happy I came here to show you. So I knew. Anyway. So that's the ones I had. Oh, wait. Oh, no. I was so wrong. Whoops. I wanted that to be at 500. Yeah. Where is it being crafted? Well, I just emptied them. Because they were in here, and it is up to 10. Whoops. Alright, well, it is what it is. But I'm having problems with the typical stuff, which we're going to go take a trip to the world. What we got to do is try and resolve some of my issues, and I have an idea of what's going on. Right, I think we're going to be setting up a lot of crude oil today. If we come over here, though, I have a bunch of things that are not set up still. Let's go this way. Not this one. Nope. Not that one. I didn't even deal with this half of the planet over here. Yeah, I haven't even begun to look at it and know what's wrong with it or anything that's going on. I've just been dealing with this half, trying to clean this stuff up and whatnot. So there we go. I have been taking all of the items out of the system and putting everything on supply. So everything gets pulled from here as I've been building all of the building stuff. Right? And dismantling it as I'm going. But as you see, it's got a good amount missing now, and some of it's even been taken down. Just because that's all supplying this. But we gotta go run to Planet 2. And this is gonna be my big area of supplying. I've ran into these ores, so we gotta excavate those things, get them out of here. As you see, I still have my remnants. It's still here. There's still a couple items that still need to get taken out of the system. But this is all that's left. And not only is that all that's left, but this is all that's left of the original setup. I just got those. Those are the ones I gotta make, and we're back to where we were. Minus a couple of components I took a break from making. I don't think I made carbon tubes. I know I didn't make the organic crystals. I didn't set that up either for the fuel rods. So yeah, there are still some things that are just not done. But that's what I gotta get going on. So I was thinking though, I do the fuel rods here on this planet. So the only thing I'm doing on the other planet is the solar sails, only because they're getting shot off over there. And I think that's the best way to go about this. So everything else is done on the other planet except for, well, these, which those ones are done. So I think I might really need to focus on getting that titanium bar. Let's go to the other planet and let's see what's wrong. Man, I hate when you overshoot these things. I missed it, and I'm out of power. I'm trying to loop around to get back in. There we go. That one wasn't so bad when you're using these guys. Oh, no. Alright, so that one just wasn't so bad, but these typically give me an annoying problem of doing that. Alright, now we're here. Anyway. Oh, wow. That thing's draining, huh? Oof. Alright, well, we're definitely killing the ore on this planet. Let's see. What do we have going on here? Oh, you know what? We could do the new method I had learned while we charge. Throw a couple of those things down. Click here. Alright. Let's come over here. What do we have? So, it looks like I have the ore now, but I'm not producing the ingots. Definitely need more ingots in there. That thing's full. That thing's full. Same thing, we have the ore, but not the ingots. That's going. I don't even have the plastic set up, I think, on the other planet, so that's not even being pulled out. That's good, that's good. And that one's good. That one's also good. That one's doing fine. 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 Oop, here we go. Alright, so, problem. That one strip's not enough for the titanium bars. We have such a small amount going out. I screwed up and put that there, and there just wasn't enough room for the belts to do anything with it. So it's very limited. It needs its own setup to do that. So I think that's one thing we got to do. But looking at that number right there, the sulfuric acid is the problem. And ooh, it was so close. Oh, nope. It's done. Yep. So the sulfuric acid, it stops. Makes this little gap in there, which is probably slowing these things down just ever so much more too. But if I can't even keep up with that one line, I'm not going to be able to keep up with a bigger array. So we got to find that sulfuric acid somewhere. How we doing? That one's good. Motors, I mean, to be expected. It's like the motors always have an issue. I guess I'd have to redo. Well, let's go down the line. Let's make sure we're still good on everything else. Ooh, alright. So maybe not. It might be an iron issue right now. I might need more iron ingots, and that might be able to make me more motors. Yeah, because this whole setup right here is not fully working. There's a ton of it not working. Alright, so more iron might fix my motor issue right now. That's good news that's still good. That's good. Yeah, it makes sense to have a motor issue when I have a motor issue in the beginning. Where's this stuff? Oh, here we go. Ah, now that's what I expected. Alright. So it looks like I'm bringing in enough water, but I'm not bringing in enough crude oil. Or no, refined oil. I need more refined oil. So now we got to go to the refinery area and see what that's up. So this thing is still, I'm keeping it down, which is good news because I need that down. But I do want more of it. Here we go. So it's our refinery that is having some issues. I'm kind of tempted to stop it here. Maybe do the oil production on the other planet instead of bringing the crude oil over here to then produce the... What I'm worried about when I do that is that I'm not gonna have a way to get rid of this hydrogen, and it's gonna back up here because it's gonna prioritize what's closer, and then my whole production here stops because of hydrogen again. It's the only reason why I really did bring that over here, but there's only one way to find out, and that's to do it. But that's what's going on at this planet. So it looks like iron ingots are a thing that we're going to need, but mainly what I really do need is better oil production. And judging, I mean, this planet, I wanted to strip mine it so we could build here. What do we have anyway? It's almost out of iron, but there's still a good chunk of copper and silicon, stone, coal. It's a ton of stone. Yeah. I'd have to say we're not done yet here. How are we looking on this guy? Oh, it's still got plenty of iron. So that's where all of our iron is, really. This planet, it's dwindling. It's going to be our really construction planet. We're working on it. I'd have to say, yeah. Alright, we're going to head back there. We're going to start building our oil there. And then I'm going to have to try and watch and monitor. I'm just afraid it's going to back up, that's all. But it might not, too. Let me head back to the planet Earth there, whatever it is, and we'll start building. Alright, here's where we're going. Right, we are going to build this thing right over here. One away? Wait, where's the line? Where's the line at? The line's way up here. Yeah. Alright. So yeah, we're going to go one block away then. Just to give that room. And then this will be our little working area. Whoops. Oh well. So what we're going to want to do. Well, I'm going to get more of those in a moment. We're going to set this guy up right in the middle. And this thing is going to be pulling out crude oil. And then we got to take this and just line up as many as we can, or at least 15, I believe, is the magical number we're looking for. And then I'm going to do what I normally do and set it all up that way, and hopefully this works out. We'll see. Well, I was going to show you that it's done, but I just acknowledged an issue that I don't get, but that's okay. For some reason that does not have power. It does now. Same with this one. I don't know why. I mean, I guess it's just out of range. Hey, you know, I tried to make it look nice, but in the end, I guess adding another one isn't really that big of a deal. Is that it, though? Of course that's not it. Does that make it? It does. So that one's all good. That's interesting. Only some issues somewhere. Anyway, it did it to me again. This side got offline. Like, it doesn't match. It just happened. It is what it is. I don't know why it does that to me. But hey, I mean, I was within that first section. You know, I didn't hit one of those dividers. Anyway, that's that though. Check it out. It's a massive refinery. Let's see. We'd have to go like in it to really get a full scale. Something like that. There we go. Alright. Now, we gotta set in some drones, or some vessels and some drones. And here we go. If I set this thing up to local demand, I think what I'm gonna have to do is shut down the other one. So I'm gonna have to go to the planet and shut the other one down so that I believe this is the only place right now that I'm pulling out of it too, which is not good either. This is the only spot that's delivering anything. That's the next step. That will be, and I gotta dismantle that because that does not need to be up anymore. But now the real question will be, let's go. Where is it? We have 29.44 crude oil produced per second, I believe, is what that means. Can we go through it? And is our hydrogen going to be too much from it? I wonder if this system, this one setup alone, pretty much just going 15 across from it, is enough to handle that amount that I have on this planet. I gotta go to planet 2, shut down the refinery over there, and then come here and set up on all of our crude nodes a little Logitech system that's going to move it around. I was thinking I'd stick with the planetary ones, but I don't know what the future of the game brings, and I don't know if I need to export that anywhere else, so I'm just gonna stick with the interstellar ones just to be on the safe side. But let me run to planet 2 first, and I'll be back when we get here, and I'll show you what I'm doing for a setup once I find planet 2. There you are. Alright, we're back here. So I came back, I disassembled the extractor. What I wanted to show you is this. Okay, this is my water setup. So once the interstellar logic system becomes full, I wanted a backlog because look how slow they are, right? So if I have this thing full with 10,000 each tank, each one has their own stack. Right, I'm hopeful that it's a good buffer, basically, because I was having water issues before. I might still have water issues. I might need to do this again. I might try and square this thing off and reproduce this on the other end of it and then try and just leave that amount of water in this planet. Anyway, this is what we got to do here. You got to get an oil extractor. You're going to turn that thing around. Right, and then I want to pump it into this. Now this thing is very, 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 very slow. So I'm not expecting, you know, a whole lot out of it. But at least this way, I know that it's got a little backlog if something goes wrong. That's all I'm hoping for here. A backlog. And then we're going to put this in there. Like so. And do that. One of those. And then connect it with this guy. And that should do it. And that's all I'm going to do. Each node that's somewhere on this planet, I'm going to set up like that. And then set up like this. In hopes that... Well, see, they're already moving. See, there's another one over there. So that should bring it over to here. I'm going to even screw all this up and disassemble that and do each one so that each one has their own individual storage and node kind of thing. And I'm curious if this system can handle the amount of crude oil going in. And if it can it handle getting this refined oil out, and can my system handle the hydrogen? That's the whole point. Let's see what happens. I'm going to be right back and set up all of these nodes. Okay, so I believe I got them all. I think I did. I think I have every single node. I'm letting it run for a moment, and I'll tell you, we'll look if it really got them all. So far, so good. The only thing I'm concerned about is I'm building up some refined oil. I kind of expected it all just to go away as it came in. It's good that I don't have a backlog of hydrogen. But, so here we go. Let's see. Alright, the number is still climbing, so it's not a good thing yet. As it stands, though, right now we're at 22 a second. What were we at? What was this thing saying? 29. Currently, we're doing 22. But it is still climbing. So I gotta wait. I gotta let it do its thing. Where's our hydrogen? There we are. Good. Oh, it's still climbing, though. I gotta watch that. But the hydrogen is currently on the rise, but our consumption of it is still greater than our production, which is what I want to see. I don't want to see... Oh, wait a minute. I'm a little off. Let's do the entire system. Now that's the concern. So we're producing more hydrogen potentially on the other planet than we're eating. We want to make sure that that number is like a pretty evenly matched is what I'm thinking I want to see, is an evenly matched number right now. And as far as crude oil goes, oh, sorry, nope, yeah, crude oil. It's still climbing. I think we got them all. I didn't see any as I was looking around, I was flying around, I couldn't find anything. I'm pretty certain I found every single node in this planet, which there aren't any in any other planet, so it's got to be here. Is there a toggle I could do? Oop, I flew up into the world. Hop down. Is there a toggle? Come on, loading. Alright. We got a build icon, we got guide light. I mean, that's gonna be the nodes too. Yep. So, oh well, I can't just toggle just the crude oil. But I did get the ones up here as well. So we got these guys over here. I even set one up for this right here. I think they're all in there. I think we're all good. I gotta watch it, but judging by the statistics, we're gonna end up with more than we can burn. And if that truly is the case, but see, alright, so here's another thing. Yeah, I'm not too worried just yet. But it hasn't made it over here yet. There's a big portion of this ring that hasn't gotten anything. So we're not at our full consumption yet. Yeah, it's on its way, but we're not there yet. I gotta let everything run, and then I gotta check out the statistics to see what's really going on, because that number should be going up. It is. Unfortunately, though, the production's going up. I'm just a little worried about that one. We'll see how that turns out. That thing's still going, yeah. I gotta say, I got them all. I think I did. Man, I gotta wait though. I'm gonna hang out for a little while. I'm gonna let it do its thing. And we're gonna see if this keeps up with it. Where'd it go? Where are you? There you are. By the looks of it, it's definitely gonna keep up with it. But either way, I'm gonna hang out. I'm gonna let it do its thing, and we're gonna be back, and just to make sure everything's still running smoothly. Check on our productions once they settle out. Alright. I don't know how, but our crude oil production has passed the amount that the game is saying we have. It says crude oil 29.44 a second. I assume that means that's how much it produced per second. We're still climbing. What are we at this moment? Let's see. Crude oil is at 1925. So we're at 32 right now. Which, don't get me wrong, I'm fine with that. I just assumed it would stop. It would hit a limit. Kind of like how we did here. We're at 11. We're consuming 12, but we're at 11. There really isn't too much more I can do about that either. Because if we look at the planet, or the system that we're in, this guy is where most of it is. 30 million. This thing is on its way out. And then, come on. And we don't have very much here. And it is being used. There is like a node or two I haven't done. I think. Potentially. But that's it. I mean, there's a couple of nodes I haven't set up yet just because I was lazy. Where are they? I could have swore there was anyway. Oh, see, oh, there's one. There's 2 coppers right there. And the reason I didn't set those up is because I have to dismantle everything over there. We just weren't ready for that yet. So I didn't feel like doing it. We got 1 stone. We got a coal. I think that's about it. There's 1 iron, I thought. Oh no, I might have set it up actually. I'm lying. I set it up. Yeah, the iron one is right there. The only iron on here, I just set it up. So, yeah, I set that thing up earlier. Alright. But that's it. That's all the iron we're producing. This system is working, though. So this 1 array, which I could probably go less than this. But hey, I'm not going to complain. I'll let it do its thing now. It's producing all the oil. So from here on out, if I have a crude oil issue, at this moment there's nothing I could do about it unless there's another planet system that's going to have me have some crude oil. I don't know. Maybe they'll have some refined oil out there. We're not there yet though. We need to continue on with this stuff. I'm just not 100% there yet. Almost. We're almost ready to like move on to this, but as you see, I'm still struggling making those titanium bars, and that's kind of what today was about. Setting up something that hopefully will bring in more bars, which now I think we're gonna have another issue where I just gotta go over there and set up a new factory for it. Where are we? I mean, it's bringing in 2,000. Also, I want to point out that I'm well aware that I have a massive backlogging as well. Like, that's part of my issue. I didn't limit anything. Well, for the most part, I didn't limit anything. Right? So I got 10,000 gears sitting in here. They're not going to do anything. Majority of these things are full. Nope, I still haven't taken any of those yet. So majority of them are actually full with all this additional components that is not really needed here. Right, still waiting on gears. So I'm looking, not gears, motors. I'm still waiting for another additional 10,000 to go there. Right, we have 10,000 of the green ones. They have 10 there. You know, I mean, I get it. There's going to be a nice big backlog in the system, but it's going to take some time to kind of work its way through. And I probably don't need to make more, but I might just because, to help the production going. As we get into bigger things, I imagine it's going to want to pull even more. Man, no, there's so much in a backlog going on, I can see. I think we're just stuck on motors, though. Motors are like the big thing I'm stuck on, along with anything involving titanium bars. Look at that. That one's starting to fill up. So this is where they're all going right now. All of the titanium bars are going here until that fills up, and then it's going to go to the other one. So yeah, I think I want to produce more. Oh, that one's full. Well, I'm looking for the green ones here. That thing's not done because, well, it needs 2 high-end products. This thing's on its way. And then we're building those as we go in too. But that is all the time I have for this one. I'm Omniderf. That's that. I'll see you guys in the next one, where I'll have a little bit more work done by then. And hopefully, just hopefully, I get the rest of everything we need done. And then we're able to advance, finally. Go in something new.